July already? Yo, this is What's Up Flow. Thank you so much for checking out this episode and all the other episodes of What's Up Flobo Canon. 91 of these things, which is crazy. I didn't think that we'll have so many of these. And I always say that, but like I'm typing up the title every time I do it, and I go, oh my gosh, there's a lot of them. I'm looking at the list here. I mean, 89, 90, 88. Man, just so many of them. So I want to thank you so much for checking out the show and telling a friend about it. And if you guys haven't already, check out nonamenerd.com. You get yourself a dope nerd mask or a video game jersey, all at nonamenerd.com. Use my promo code FLOBITO for a discount. That's FLOBITO. How are you guys doing? It's July 3rd here in the United States, still in a partial quasi lockdown here in Los Angeles. Governor Newsom put the hammer down. We're all kind of just, staying at home and doing our thing. But it does bring the question up about, how do we celebrate July 4th when we're supposed to be inside? Now, me personally, 3 of my friends are going to meet for a little bit of a cookout, but I am going to be like a horror movie character and be 10 feet away, wearing my mask outside the entire time. That's the best and safest way to do it next to not going at all, but that's my plan. Probably grab myself a beer or so, because the whole thing comes out of my eating window, and that's a whole other intermittent fasting thing. But it's Fitness Friday, so I want to talk to you about food because food's amazing. July 4th, whether you grew up with fireworks that you bought, or that crazy guy you made his own, or you're just kind of the person to take a picnic down to the beach or so, or the lake house, it's kind of one of those holidays where we're up for eating. Yeah, it's independence from England, and yeah, it's about celebrating the country, but I can understand if you're not quite in a celebrating mood these days. Not saying it's right or wrong. I don't judge, but I think that it's a good thing to have in the middle of the summer, or the beginning of the summer, I should say, in July 4th, to come up with some friends and find a way to eat, drink, and be merry, or at the very least, call someone up and send them a red, white, and blue meme. In the past, I've done the camping trip 4th of July week where we brought our own snacks and food, and it was called glamping because it was like all the modern conveniences from the store, but we just had like a non-plug-in burner, which I don't get the point of camping, but people are about that. The whole watching fireworks on the lakeside, that was kind of cool, kind of a throwback rustic vibe. As a kid, I would have relatives or friends of my family, friends of my parents that would have little bottle rockets in the afternoon. We'll go out there and play and go wee and do little bottle rockets and eat a bunch of food because the kids usually ate first when we cooked out. And then at the night, we'll either watch the bigger kids do fireworks themselves, or you'll go inside and watch the Macy's Day Parade. But I don't know if you had this as a kid. You're outside playing all day. When you came inside and got that shower because you were just covered in dirt and watched the fireworks, it was the most boring thing on the planet. But I want to talk to you about, how do you guys eat, man? How do you guys celebrate that? Cooking out's 2 different categories. I think barbecuing and grilling. We will call barbecue growing up in New York City. I think most people who actually barbecue will call that grilling, right? Taking a piece of meat on the grill, flipping it, seasoning it, and flipping it and eating it. That's kind of more of a grill thing. Classic hot dogs and hamburgers. As a kid, I was a hot dog person, but this is going to be kind of weird. Flip fact. I can't buy hot dogs in the street. Like if I'm going to a cookout, I would never order the hot dog. If I'm at an arena, I'll never order the hot dog. To me, it just seems like struggle food. Like we would buy hot dogs when times are hard. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll eat it at home for breakfast, but I won't go out to an arena and be like, hot dogs, please. So I was always a burger guy, even back then. And of course, the grilled chicken breast if you want to be healthy, or the stuffed peppers or whatever. But since coming down to the South for college and out West for graduate school, I was opened up to the whole world of barbecuing, actually slow cooking a meat. I'm not the kind of crazy guys who aspire to have a smoker in their backyard, even though I have an apartment and no backyard to speak of. But I respect the guys that do. But like we're talking like all meats are okay, man. We're talking brisket, we're talking about hot links, we're talking about just anything you can like cut and slice and chop and just put it in there with the right wood chips and the right kind of flame and say, I'll come back to you in a day and a half, and it falls off the bone and you're like, oh my goodness, this is America. I'm not sure what style of barbecue you like, whether it's Dallas or Memphis. KC tends to be the most appealing to most people, KC style, but it's kind of overrated. Don't tell anyone from Missouri that. I'm just saying it's good. They ain't not KC style. Please don't come at me in the comments below. It's not my favorite, But yeah, I eat pretty much anything. Hawaiian barbecue is great too, and that's not even regional in the continental U.S. That's a whole different mix of flavors there over in those Hawaiian islands. So this weekend, though, I made a point. I'm not sure if my friends are cooking or whether they're doing anything that would even go into my diet because they're having their party after my eating window. I was thinking about doing a little bit of a cookout here or just copping out, doing the bachelor thing and ordering in for the July 4th holiday because I really feel like there's something more American than overeating, right? That's literally the reason why I don't like Thanksgiving. That's one of the reasons why I don't like Thanksgiving. It's my least favorite holiday. I'll probably get to a more in-depth video about that later on, probably in the year. But if you're going to go overeat, might as well do it in the summer months where you can burn off the calories by running around and trying to see if you can get legal fireworks for your apartment complex. That part's a joke. Don't clip it out and tell the cops. Sides. I love the corn on the cob. That's fine. As an adult, it's getting more and more annoying because I know how much dental costs are. So I usually don't partake, but as a kid, I loved it. Love veggies. I love potatoes, all kinds of potatoes. Sometimes I'll put mashed potatoes on my burger. That is a pro hack if you really want to get fat. It's a little dollop of mashed potatoes on your cheeseburger, the classic. Like, don't go to a restaurant and go, I'll have the pub burger with a side of mashed potatoes. But I mean, like, you go to a party and someone's like, I'm making burgers, and it's like the one that like comes in a pack of 30 and it's all freezer burned, and you're just like, okay, and they put it on the grill and they forget about it, so it's like charred to a crisp, but you don't want to be bad and you don't want to drown it in ketchup either. Just a dollop of mashed potatoes makes everything smoother, better, makes it more hearty, so you're not eating 3 and 4 of these small, poor excuse for burger slider things that your friends think they can do. Now, that is my specialty. If I am the grill master, I have this unique blend of spices for a burger I call the Flow Burger. If you're cool, I'll give you the recipe one of these days. But yeah, I might either do that or I might just order in, get my meal up there within the eating window, head over to some friend's house, be socially distant, wear 3 masks if I have to, and drink my beer in the corner in the shadows like I'm Sting or the Crow or Batman. That's all the time I have for this edition of What's Up, Flobo. Thank you so much. Look, the social media is the same. At Flobo Boys on Twitter, at Flobo Boys on Instagram, at Flopito on Instagram. Flopito.com is the website, and there's 2 ways to support creatives like myself during this time. You could buy a t-shirt at Flopito.threadless.com, and or combined, maybe patreon.com/FloboBoys. This month of July, we're doing the podcast tour. Every other podcast I was on other shows, I'm linking you to those podcasts, giving you how I thought about them, how they called me up, how the story came about me being on that show. So check it out, patreon.com/Flobo. Just anything helps. $3 a month, $5 a month. All access content is $15 a month. But I understand times may be hard on either end because we're in this global pandemic together. Well, until next time, you know me. Peace out and be yourself, man.